Yards down to the 37. Then Young to his other option, John Taylor. Look at the concentration on the fingertips. 26 yards in the score. We're tied at 24. 4 minutes to go in the game. It's 3rd and 7. Lions driving. Mitchell
throws for the end zone. Taylor reaching. He got it. Touchdown 49ers. Unbelievable.
Love to stick it to him, and that's what Steve Young does. Looks for John Taylor. They were double-teaming Rice early, and Taylor is open. 14-0.
49-0 until the second quarter, when the Niners put the game away on 3 consecutive possessions.
Downfield, he's got us the touchdown to the end zone at Taylor.
59 seconds to go.
Now they're bringing it back over. They're going to try to throw the ball left side.
Going long for Taylor. Touchdown, San Francisco. They beat Deion Sanders.
That's the guy to work it. What they did that time, Jim, they put 3 receivers on the right side, which made one-on-one coverage on the left side on Taylor. Touchdown, San Francisco. See, they got 3 guys on the right side, one-on-one on the left side. And look at, here it is. Taylor on Sanders. There's no way in the world, you know, Sanders shouldn't be in there in the first place. He's so gimpy. We've been talking about it all afternoon. There's no way in the world that he shouldn't have been thrown. Here again, the key to this thing, they had 3 wide receivers to the right side, which meant that Sanders had to cover one-on-one. Protection is good. Bono throws the ball right over the top, over the left shoulder beautifully. Sanders has no way in the world to cover that.
Niners trail by 3. Montana pumps once. Settles for Taylor deep. Caught. Drop. But after he crossed the goal line, touchdown.
Downs changed the momentum and frustrated the Saints as the Niners fought back to tie the game.
Steve Young's game-winning touchdown pass to John Taylor.
Throws over the middle. It is completed. Taylor. 5 more touchdown 49ers.
The 20-17 triumph provided San Francisco with a perfect 9.
It'll bother Montana. Like I said, every 2.5 hours had 1 incomplete pass.
Going deep for Taylor, another touchdown.
And that's the same place, Pat. It's that post. It's the middle of the field. You talk about being vulnerable. That's worse than being vulnerable. They're getting killed.
35 yards from Montana to Taylor.
And we saw Jerry Rice catch 3 posts for touchdown. Now it's John Taylor's turn to run a post. A post, the guy just runs up, then he runs into the goalpost. The quarterback throws it in the middle field, right at the goalpost.
5. And then Gerback rolling right. He's caught in a trap. He can't walk out. Oh, yes, he can. He loves you too much, baby. Suspicious minds quickly gone as Taylor catches the touch.
Yeah, here's that touchdown again. Here's John Taylor here, Pat. Jerry Rice is here, so he's going to take some people in here. John Taylor comes up, and he goes all the way across the field. And you see what Jerry Rice will do. You see Jerry Rice is in the slot. They all jump on him. Anthony Parker is man-to-man on John Taylor with no help. Taylor runs all the way across the field.
Francisco played from the heart.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Taylor out to the left. Rolling to the right is Gerback. Looks downfield. He throws across the middle into the end zone. Taylor, touchdown 49ers. First touchdown pass on his first throw by Elvis Gerback.
Very aware of this and wants Young to win for the 3rd year in a row. 2nd and 1. Nobody's ever won it 3 times in a row. And this will only help some more. John Taylor, touchdown. And he beat one of the best, Eric Allen, man for man. And it could not have been put up any more perfectly. Allen was not beaten that badly.
Well, talk about making the best of a bad situation. The 49ers absolutely stinking up Candlestick Park at the start of this ball game have come back to within 1 point of tying the ball game, and that is absolute.
Wasn't beaten that badly, as you can see. Misses by inches of deflecting the ball. It was laid in there perfectly by
a 1,000-yard season.
Goes back to throw, sends it way downfield. John Taylor is there into the end zone.
The defense stopped the Falcons cold. Quarterback Steve Young lit the fuse for a sizzling third period, completing 10 consecutive passes, including the game-winning touchdown to John Taylor. Young ran for another score to clinch the victory, setting the stage for a prime.
Got Taylor at the 35 to the 30. He's to the 25. He breaks the tackle. He'll go.
In the first 8 weeks of the season, San Francisco.
Get that first down and get out of the game. He knows Joe won't be in there long. 3rd and 4. Complete for the first down to John Taylor and more room. Touchdown, San Francisco, a 46-yard play from Montana to John Taylor. And how many times has it been done by San Francisco? If you'll remember, the first time you ever saw John Taylor impact the NFL, it was as a punt returner. And as a former punt coverer, you learn early you don't hit guys high and try to drag them down on punt returns. John Taylor is a strong runner, and Chris Dishman makes a critical error trying to tackle him high by the jersey. Get the legs, wrap him up, and tackle him. Sloppy, sloppy play by Chris Dishman. Mike Rice, and he said he and Taylor were looking forward to playing against the talkative one Dishman. They say Dishman talks a lot of mess, as they put it. And they were going to make sure they'd had a few good plays against him. It's just a poor play by Dishman. John Taylor did nothing spectacular. It should have just been a first down and a first down reception. Dishman tried to get fancy. He tried to do something different.
Picked up a receiver named John Taylor.
Back. Throws complete. It is a first down, and Taylor breaks the tackle. He's down the left sideline to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown 49ers.
A come-from-behind 24-21 triumph proved that, like fine wine, that
Joe celebrated his return with 3 touchdown passes, scores which effectively put the game out of reach for New Orleans before halftime. John Taylor caught one of Joe's scoring strikes, while Jerry Rice became the team's all-time leader in touchdown receptions with 2 scores.
Legs twice, that he has really come on. Second down. For Taylor. Touchdown. A 49-yard shot for the 49ers. Montana to Taylor.
Martin Mayhew was covering him. You watch here, you give Montana that kind of pass protection with those kind of receivers, he gets 2 or 3 steps right there on Martin Mayhew, and it's a touchdown all the way. He'll get a little straight arm. I don't know if he even needs it. Boom. Into Taylor. Watch what motion does. Sherrard goes in motion. Now that brings the safety back here, a rotation here, and leaves John Taylor one-on-one on this side. Now watch the effect of motion. You say, why do they motion? Right there. See what it does to the secondary? And now all the secondaries over here, so they got an isolation right here. And then when you get that, that's how you get the touchdown.
Now the Redskins go with...
Taylor scored 8 touchdowns in 1990. Over half of them were from 40 yards or beyond. When the Niners...
To the right. Young down the middle and wide open. Taylor breaking tackles. He'll go all the way for a touchdown. No fumble. He'll cross the goal line. San Francisco reclaims the lead.
Just a straight drop back. Henry Jones, 20, misses the tackle. And on a guy like John Taylor on a team like San Francisco.
And then boom, brought it all the way across the field.
1st and 10, 49ers, their own 39-yard line. Pass is caught by Taylor. He could be gone. Touchdown. 61-yard touchdown.
Everson Walls is a gambler, always has been, number 28. Everson Walls goes for the interception. Watch 28 come in there. He goes right there and gets in front of Taylor. Now the bad thing is when you miss the interception and you go for it in front of him and there's no one behind you, it's a touchdown. Let's watch it. Here's Taylor and here's Walls. Now watch what happens at the point of the break. You see Walls is off. Now if we just stop it here, we'll see Taylor's coming here. Walls is okay here, but when he goes for that interception angle and Taylor catches it, there's no one there. See now the angle he takes right there by going for the interception, then he loses the whole thing. This has been a tough state. The Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC, and they both lose today.
Patriots kept their playoff hopes alive. Here's Montana, wide open is Taylor, and he's gone. Kiss him goodbye.
That was the double zone. You watch Sutton is going to bump Taylor, then he lets him go. Then the safety has to come over. Taylor just settles down between the corner and the safety. Montana hits him, and then he runs right through him. That's the thing with that double zone.
Sutton, it's 21-10 in favor of San Francisco.
Let's watch it, Pat. Here's John Taylor. Here's Sutton here. He's going to come up and bump him, and Taylor gets by Sutton. The safety has to get over. He just sits down right in here. Montana throws him, and then he runs from there. But let's watch that there. And you'll see the double zone. See it? Now Taylor gets by him now. Now watch that hole in there. See this big hole? That's the hole they hit. So they hit him here. Boom, he runs right by everything else. See the hole there? Montana sees it. Taylor sees it. Whap! And then, of course, then it's just off to the races. Anytime a guy is a punt returner, he's usually a...
Montana back to throw. Steps up, throws. Has Taylor wide open. 45, 40, in front, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers.
49ers exploded with a season-high 565 yards.
Steve Young back to throw. Gets away from the first man downfield. Taylor, great catch. Breaks away. Touchdown, 49ers. Sensational throw under pressure by Steve Young. Sensational catch on the fingertips by John Taylor. Good job by the offensive line because the line...
About to be picked apart by the league's master surgeon.
Back to throw Montana. The blitz is here. He gets the ball away, though. It's up the right sideline. And breaking loose and going to go all the way. Taylor will go. Taylor's to the 10. He's to the 5. It's a touchdown for the 49ers.
Got a man wide open.
Young looking into the playbook saying, I haven't touched on John Taylor. Bad tackling. This will be shown over and over at the film session for the Rams. He goes 76 yards for the score, 28-3 Niners. More Niners.
Back to throw. Now time over the middle. And it's caught. John Taylor bouncing off and gets loose at the 50.
Steve Young passed for a career-high 475 yards in the 35-10 win.
Down to the 20, the 15, the 10. Safe inbound, touchdown.
And while everyone shares in the success of the team, the trigger man on the offense remains
back on the road. Play action. Montana going up top to John Taylor. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 78-yard pass play from Montana to Taylor. And Chris Dishman, the man beaten. I don't know if Chris Dishman fell down, forgot, or dropped his coverage, but John Taylor was all by himself as he crossed the field. And I thought Taylor was playing with a bruised lower back. Well, obviously his pain stops at his lower back and doesn't get down into his legs. Because once he caught that ball, he was gone. Pointing to his elbow, he's got a little bit of a ding. He's wearing these, looks like different types of elbow pads, and a lot of the times these backs and receivers. Look at Joe Montana, and let's take a look at his last touchdown pass. You know what this is? This is a case of John Taylor making Chris Dishman look a little bad because Dishman gets out of position, and now you're giving John Taylor a field to run to. Watch the ball almost come out. It was almost a fumble right there. Look at that. And that, like I mentioned earlier, are those new elbow pads. They're a little bit slick. They're a little slippery. He's not concentrating. Look at that. He almost dropped it. I remember years ago in a wild card playoff game playing the Giants, Jerry Rice dropped one almost.
NFL record.
Montana drops back, can't find anybody, has all sorts of time, lets it go. Taylor, he's down the sideline to the 40, he's to the 20, he's to the 10. It'll be a touchdown, 49ers.
And backers to cover the tight end. Third down and a long two from just outside the 8. And Montana throws in wide open at the 20-yard line is Taylor with the defensive back falling down. Newman can't make the tackle. Taylor is inside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown San Francisco, 92 yards.
What a great read by Joe Montana. The Rams rolled in a complete zone. They rolled up on the right side of the 49ers and left individual coverage in a zone defense. The only man on the field who would get individual coverage. And here it is. Clifford Hicks has already gone out of the game with a sore knee. That's man for man on Taylor, one of the great broken field runners in the game today. But it was Montana who read the roll. Taylor read it with him.
Ball never got off the turf.
Rams' first turnover of the night, so an early present from... And he's going to chase Flipper Anderson's recently set receiving record after this one.
Well, you do two 90-plus yard catches, and you know 180-plus will get you off to a decent start, and it's not bad for your average either.
We talked about it all night. The 49ers keep doing this. They keep running the slants, they're running the hitches. Two great runners after they catch the football in Taylor and Rice. What a night for the other receiver.
90-yard touchdowns in a single game.
Joe, a slant into Taylor. Taylor breaks a tackle, cuts across the middle, breaks another to the 30. He's down the sideline. He's to midfield. He's to the 40. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. It's a touchdown. John Taylor.
That'll offset it. And boy, when they review this, because Joe Gibbs is a special teams freak.
Well, you don't often see a successful punt return start with a guy going parallel to the line of scrimmage like that. Normally, that just gives the defense all the time in the world, the coverage team, to get right down in your face. But John Taylor, all individually, made a miss. Give him the credit.
Sanjay Beach is in the game for him right now. 2nd and 9. Really airing it out, and it's caught by Taylor. Look out! This one could go 97 yards. Deion Sanders chasing after him. He won't get him. 97 yards for John Taylor. Seven-yard stunner to John Taylor. Got away from 2 Falcons at midfield.
Then he rolls that way. Throws the ball downfield. Look at the coverage. Gets it between 2 people. You see McKyer on the bottom of the screen. But there's the shot. He really is, yeah, he's really, as far as getting beat is concerned, he wasn't. He was right with him, but he gets bumped a little bit with Case. And, of course, the rest is history. He goes all the way for the touchdown. He gets a step. Taylor gets a jump on it. It's over.
Even with Sanders coming after you. Well, his longest play of the season prior to this one had been a 54-yard touchdown in the first game against.
To produce a 97-yard play from scrimmage, the 49ers' longest ever.
A throw out of the end zone. Bryant pursuing him from behind. Sends it way downfield. Taylor made the catch. It was 2 men. He breaks away. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. Down to the 20. He's being chased by Sanders. He'll get there. Touchdown 49ers.
While Jerry Rice and John Taylor make a terrific tandem, Taylor has emerged